everybody, and welcome to another animal fact reading video on my channel. I hope you enjoyed the last one as much as I enjoyed making it. I found the facts to be pretty interesting, so I decided to make a part 2. This time, I will have 55 facts to read, and just like last time, I'll be reading them off of some pieces of paper. So, let's get started. Fact number 1. Cats have lived with people for only 7,000 years. Cats have lived with people for only 7,000 years. A black panther is really a black leopard. A black panther is really a black leopard. The honeybee has been around for 30 million years. Wow. The honeybee has been around for 30 million years. That's a really long time. The dumbest dog in the world is the Afghan hound. The dumbest dog in the world is the Afghan hound. I wonder what classifies it as the dumbest. A cat has 32 muscles in each ear. A cat has 32 muscles in each ear. A dog's shoulder blades are unattached to the rest of the skeleton to allow greater flexibility for running. Tigers have striped skin as well as their fur. So if you shave a tiger, it'll still be striped. Hippos can run faster than humans. That's really hard to believe, that hippos can run faster than humans. The Latin name for moose is Alces alces. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. The earliest European images of dogs are found in cave paintings dating back 12,000 years ago in Spain. I wonder when you can see the earliest American images. For North America, baby horses can walk and run after just a few hours of being born. Baby horses can walk and run after just a few hours of being born. I've seen a lot of things talk about how it's impressive how baby horses and stuff they're born and they automatically know what to do to survive. They can just start running around. But baby humans need to be protected for a really long time before they can even start doing basic stuff on their own. It's pretty interesting. The kangaroo's ancestors lived in trees. Today, there are 8 different kinds of tree kangaroos. I did not know that. A woodpecker can peck 20 times per second. A woodpecker can peck 20 times per second. The great horned owl has no sense of smell. The great horned owl has no sense of smell. Scientists have performed brain surgery on cockroaches. I have no idea how they would even begin to do that. The flea can jump up to 200 times its own height. This is equal to a man jumping the Empire State Building in New York. That is crazy impressive. Most elephants weigh less than the tongue of a blue whale. Most elephants weigh less than the tongue of a blue whale. That's not surprising. I remember for the last video, it said that blue whales were they weighed 30 elephants or something, so that's not very surprising. The very first bomb that the Allies dropped on Berlin in World War II hit an elephant. Damn. muscles in its head. That is very hard to believe. A garden caterpillar has 248 muscles in its head. A moth has no stomach. A moth has no stomach. George Washington's teeth were made of elephant ivory and walrus tusks. I don't know. I've heard a lot of different things that his teeth are made of, but I'm pretty sure he was a bad dude. On to the next page. Reindeer milk. Reindeer milk has more fat than cow milk. Reindeer milk has more fat than cow milk. Goats and sheep are seasonal breeders. Goats and sheep are seasonal breeders. I wonder what kind of restrictions makes them seasonal. An elephant can smell water up to 3 miles away. An elephant can smell water up to 3 miles away. It's pretty impressive. I've heard that humans can detect rain with their sense of smell, like better than any other animal on the planet, or something like that. Deer. Deer can't eat hay. Deer can't eat hay. If you see a deer, don't try to feed it hay. It can't eat it. A skunk will not bite and throw its scent at the same time. So, if you're being bit by a skunk, don't worry about it throwing its scent at you, and vice versa. In 2003, Dr. Roger Mugford invented the Wagometer, a device that claims to interpret a dog's exact mood by measuring the wag of its tail. I wonder if it worked. Every day of the year, 100 whales are killed by whale fishermen. Wow, that's a very depressing fact. Every day, every single day of the year, 100 whales are killed by whale fishermen. That's very depressing. If you cut off a snail's eye, it will grow a new one. If you cut off a snail's eye, it will grow a new one. The ostrich has 2 toes on each foot, which gives it greater speed. Lonomia obliqua is the world's deadliest caterpillar. Lonomia obliqua is the world's deadliest caterpillar. Jaws is the most common name for a goldfish, like the movie Jaws with the shark is the most common name for a goldfish. That's pretty funny. The most dogs ever owned by one person were 5,000 mastiffs owned by Kubla Khan. Kubla Khan owned 5,000 mastiffs. Wow. An average cow poops 16 times per day. The phrase, raining cats and dogs, originated in 17th century England. During heavy rainstorms, many homeless animals would drown and float down the streets. Oh my God. Giving the appearance that it had actually rained cats and dogs. That is an incredibly depressing backstory behind that phrase. I did not know that. Wow. The most poisonous fish in the world is the stonefish. The most poisonous fish in the world is the stonefish. Killer whales are not whales at all. Rather, a species of dolphin. I wonder why we call them killer whales then. Goats. Goats were the first animals domesticated by man in 10,000 BC. Wow. I thought it would be dogs or something. Dogs have sweat glands in between their paws. Dogs have sweat glands in between their paws. The fear of animals is called zoophobia. The fear of animals is called zoophobia. Hopefully nobody watching this video has zoophobia. We share human of our DNA with a slug. We share 70% of our DNA with a slug. We share 98.4% of our DNA with a chimp. 98.4% of our DNA humans share with a chimp. That's a pretty close match. Alright, on to the next page. This is the last page of facts. Fireflies do not bite or have pincers. Fireflies are harmless. They don't even carry diseases. I guess that's why it's easy to trap them in jars. They don't have a way to fight back. Chocolate, macadamia nuts, cooked onions, or anything with caffeine is harmful to dogs. Chocolate, macadamia nuts, cooked onions, or anything with caffeine is harmful to dogs. So if you have dogs, don't feed them any of those things. Chocolate, macadamia nuts, cooked onions, or anything with caffeine. No two tigers ever have the same stripes. And this is how individual tigers can be identified. So it's like the human fingerprint. The American Kennel Club. The American Kennel Club, the most influential dog club in the United States, was founded in 1883. I've never heard of them before. The longest recorded lifespan of a slug was 1 year and 6 months. The longest recorded lifespan of a slug was 1 year and 6 months. A whale's heart beats only 9 times a minute. A whale's heart beats only 9 times a minute. That's crazy. Elephants are covered with hair. Elephants are covered with hair. I've seen that. If you look closely at pictures of elephants, you can definitely see some hair on there. A haw. A haw is the third eyelid of a cat. H-A-W, haw, is the third eyelid of a cat, which can only be seen when the cat isn't well. So if you see your cat's third eyelid, take it to the vet, because it's not well. A python can swallow a rabbit whole and may eat as many as 150 mice in a 6-month period. A python can swallow a rabbit whole and may eat as many as 150 mice in a 6-month period. Wow, that's a lot of mice. The placement of the eyes of a donkey enables them to see all 4 of their legs at all times. At all times, that's crazy. The placement of the eyes of a donkey enables them to see all 4 legs at all times. That's very impressive. At birth, a panda is smaller than a mouse and weighs about 4 ounces. That is very hard to believe. I don't know if I've actually seen pictures of newborn pandas, though. Oysters. Oysters can change from one gender to another and back again, depending on which is best for mating. That's really impressive. Oysters can change from one gender to another and back again, depending on which is best for mating. The average length of a giant anteater is around 6.5 feet, or 2 meters, although about half of this is their long, bushy tail. Alright, that was the last fact for this video. I hope you found the whispering relaxing, or at least found some of the facts to be pretty interesting. As usual, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Good night.